No, just thinking back, I mean, it's been 6 years since I bought this place and remodeled it. And remodel isn't really the word. Renovation is probably better, but a complete transformation of what was here. And this was really one of the largest projects that I've ever done. I have flipped a lot of homes. I've bought a lot of homes, fixed them up. I built additions, definitely lots and lots of bathrooms. That's why, this channel is what it's about. It's about bathroom remodeling because that's where I have most of my expertise. But remodeling homes was something I absolutely loved doing. I loved being able to do everything. And I used to have a lot of rentals and I used to do a lot of flipping, but this one was probably my scariest and biggest investment that I've ever done. So in 2019, this was just a little small Cape Cod home, really small. I mean, the attic space was like, basically ceilings, very low. You had a duct everywhere you had to be, and the square footage was really small. So what I decided to do was tear off that entire roof, gut everything, and basically building a whole brand new home over top of the existing foundation. And it was something that, really I was able to design on Chief Architect by myself and design and get all the plans. And then I had a truss company create trusses for what I designed, and I got all the permits in my local municipality here to transform this home into what it is. So I want to show you because we are actually selling this property. This is in the northwestern part of Pittsburgh. It's in the Avonworth School District, really great school district. Highly recommend it. It has a great music department. It has a lot of activities for the kids, and it really is. It's a terrific community. But we're moving on. We're moving to Stowe, Vermont. We're going on to our next adventure. So we're going to be selling this, but I just want to kind of highlight and show you what we've done here. But keep in mind, this is basically new construction. Everything is new except for the foundation. It has all new plumbing, all new mechanicals. Yeah, and I'm going to link a lot of the videos that are associated with some of this build below. Unfortunately, I didn't capture it all for you here on YouTube, but I do have a lot of videos to share with you, especially when we get into the detached garage. So come on in, and I'll show you this beautiful 2,500 square foot home that we've completely renovated from top to bottom. So this is really unrecognizable. Like I said, the home was literally just like a story and a half. But there are a couple unique aspects to this home that when I started getting into the renovation, I was very surprised and very, very happy with, because this is a rock solid home. And I'll show you here what I mean. So the first thing I want you to notice is that this is a complete open floor plan on the first floor. And we were able to design that basically because we were able to engineer trusses, floor trusses, that went from the outside wall to the other wall. So it allowed us to open this up and not have any load-bearing walls that would kind of divide the space. So this home is basically 2,500 square feet. And obviously you can see how open this is. But one of the things I absolutely loved, and I had no idea that that it was like this until we started demoing, and that was having, you can see how deep these windowsills all are. They're all about 12 inches deep. And the reason for that is because the whole first floor is a block wall. So the entire wall is a block foundation wall all the way up to, the first floor. So this was like the perfect scenario to drop a second floor on top of. It's really solid foundation. And just having these deep window wells are really awesome. So we were able to basically reframe inside of these block walls and put all new insulation in, the ceiling. We did foam spray insulation. So this is a very well insulated home. And then, like I was mentioning, it's all new electrical, all new plumbing, hardwood flooring throughout. The only thing that we actually kept really in the home was this beautiful fireplace, this wood fireplace. This was the only thing standing that we basically kept alone the way that it was. Whoever designed and built this did a phenomenal job with the flue system that goes out, and it was just something that we didn't want to recreate. And I thought it really is great. It provides a lot of great warmth and coziness to the space, and Yeah, so we're really proud of that, but that was really the only thing we left here. Everything else was changed out. The kitchen, this used to be, so the home used to end right here. And the kitchen, this used to be the kitchen, just like a little galley kitchen. And so this was like a sunroom that they had off the back of the home. So we obviously framed in that, and it became a nice, huge kitchen. I believe this is 21 foot by 14 feet. So this is a very nice space. Anybody who is looking to entertain or have plenty of cabinet space for all of their gadgets, this is the way to go. And there is a little pantry room. That is a great place to store all your extra food. Absolutely love it. Pocket door to close everything. But this is a nice little bonus room underneath the staircase. And then we have a powder room that comes off of the main living space. So this is just a powder room with more additional storage in the back.
The entryway too.
Oh yeah, the entryway. Yeah, no, this is a great space. We wanted to have something that, you know, you could come in, hang up all your stuff, even have a little box over here, custom made thing for all your shoes. So if you have kids, this is something that's pretty important. Take off your shoes before you come into the house. And then this comes off of the kitchen right out into a huge deck, 16 foot long, and it spans the entire distance of the back porch area. And I should mention the outside is a hardy back siding, so it's board, what do you call it? Board and batten. So this is an exterior cementitious layer like hardy backer, and it's painted surface. So this is way better than any type of vinyl siding because bugs don't eat it. You know, it really holds the paint well. It's going to make like this paint job is going to last decades before you have to redo it. And it just gives that unique look. It doesn't have that, you know, vinyl siding look. So coming on here, this used to be the entrance that went to the outside sun porch, and this was like the perfect space to put a stairwell. And so we were able to get some oak steps that we basically had pre-ordered. The hardwood is really awesome. This is a oak, you know, #1 oak, and we had it unfinished when I installed it. We sanded it down, and then we did a polyurethane sealant over top. And the reason that's better than just buying a pre-finished hardwood is that it doesn't have any of the grooves in it. So it's all nice and flush, and there's not gonna be any dirt that gets in between it. A lot of the pre-finished stuff, you know, they don't put a sealer over everything. So this is sanded down, stained, and then sealed. And we have a really good finish on this entire floor. And here's the first bedroom, spacious bedroom. This is approximately 11 by 12. Got a hall closet, great for additional storage. And we have the second bedroom. This is 12 by 13, I believe. I'll get you the specific measurements. I think it's 12 by 13, but sizable bedroom for sure. Closets on each bedroom. So. Got basically a 42-inch hallway, so this feels like a nice and open hallway. Got another bathroom. This is the main kids' bathroom, essentially. So all tile. It was important to us to make sure that we had, no drywall exposed where things would get deteriorated. So having everything tile with. Really important is that we did epoxy grout for everything. So epoxy grout is the most stain resistant grout out there. Obviously bathrooms is my expertise, and I wanted something that was really long lasting. So everything that we did in the bathrooms was, really the best materials that you can use. So this was porcelain and then a ceramic tile with epoxy grout. So this is what we're considering like the fourth bedroom coming down here. Fourth bedroom / den. It's a sizable room. It's 8 by 8 in this area. So this is a great nursery. I mean, it is another bedroom, but we're obviously just using it for an office, home office. But yeah, great extra space here.
Primary.
And this is the primary. So this is a huge room, great for a king size bed. You will not be deficient in space in this room. This is 13 by 17 square, or 13 by 17. So it's a very sizable room, plenty of additional space for dressers, armoires. It's great, it's awesome. We've got the closet, walk-in closet off of the bedroom. And then the master bathroom is something really special. And again, we use all the highest quality materials in here. This was a curbless shower that basically had a linear drain, heated flooring throughout. It's got a Kohler shower system. And then obviously, this is just like walk-in shower. This is a 4x5, 5-foot wide shower. So we're able to just have one single pane of glass. Very easy to keep clean. And yeah, the bathroom space is really, really something. But this was basically, obviously, the new framed addition that we built. We basically built on top of that existing foundation. So this was all engineered and had, the truss plans from 84 Lumber. Along with all the plans. So this meets all the new requirements for a new build. Has the our, our 15 battens for the walls. We also did foam insulation on the outside as well. So this is a very well insulated house. And like I was mentioning, we have foam insulation in the whole attic space. So it really is easy to cool and heat this home, and you never feel any drafts up here. It really is just as cool up here as it is downstairs with our heating system. And then we have the basement. We have that partially finished, mostly finished. Another closet. We were big about making sure we have plenty of storage space. This is one thing I know I'm gonna miss about this home, is having all the additional storage areas. We'll even show you a lot more storage down here in the basement. But this is basically a 13 by 17 space as well. This was basically kind of a family room. It also has a full bathroom right off of this as well. So this could even be technically another bedroom if you really wanted it to be, just because it has its own full bathroom. Everything's ceramic tile or porcelain tile down here. Utility closet. This is where our main service panel is. We also have a water filtration system on here. So this takes out a lot of the unwanted taste that you have with public water. So huge system that really filters the water well. And these are the storage facilities that we built off of this. This is another large closet for space.
I don't want to crawl in the smaller one.
Yeah, there's a little bit behind that too. And then we got the laundry room. So this is a nice sizable room with a laundry sink. This is the utility room where we have the furnace and the new hot water tank. The hot water tank we got was a heat pump system. It's electric, but it's very efficient. It's a 50 gallon. When you have that on high demand, it's like you never really run out of hot water. It works really well. But that's where we have all of our basically furnace and hot water tank. And then here's another long closet that we have as well. So more and more storage for all your additional items. So this is like a small garage. You can get a little sedan in here. We've been parking a CRV in here. This is just one of the garages that we have. One of three. Yeah, so this is a little carport slash, this is where I put my lawnmower, essentially. But you can obviously get a car in there as well. I think this is 12 by 18, but we have a build out of stuff in here. But this is basically where we put all of our additional storage and lawnmower and things. And then the real unique aspect of this property is the additional space. So we used to have an RV that used to sit on this concrete pad. We even have a hookup right here for an RV. So if you have an RV, you can have it plugged in at all times, keep everything charged. Right now it's just my cargo trailer and equipment, but I mean, you can get at least another 6 cars back here. It's plenty of space. And then obviously the big unique feature is this 1,200 square foot garage, 24 wide by 48 long, and it has a 10-foot shed roof for an outdoor seating area. But this is so awesome. We just constructed and completed this in 2023 for the construction of the garage, and then the upstairs is a real treat. We just finished. We just finished like last week, so this is something else. If you have a multi-generational family, if you want your own home office, this is going to be where you stay. This is where I've been living for the last 3 years. As I develop all these YouTube videos, I'm up above this garage and basically working away. And if you've been following the channel, you see a lot of the videos that are associated with it. But again, I'll link them down below of all the videos that we have done in this garage. But this sits on 1 acre, so we were able to build the biggest garage we could on 1 acre, and that was basically the 1,200 square feet. So plenty of storage. Make this your dream garage. You can really do all types of woodworking in here. It's just, there's so many things you can do in here. There's so many projects that we've been able to do here as well. And so this is like the studio apartment, home office. It's been what I've been using as my home office. So we built these 2 dormers to open up the space so that we're not just confined to attic trusses. And that provided a huge room, 13 by 24. So huge space, really can make this a living space of any sort. We've got the kitchenette here as well. So we got refrigerator, got our sink. And then the real treat is the bathroom. You're not gonna find a studio apartment with this kind of bathroom, I don't believe. Again, as the bathroom remodeling teacher, we went completely overboard on this and got a lot of great features, primarily just for video production. But we have a tankless hot water heater. We got our own toilet room. And then we got this huge soaking tub that is just tremendous. Did wallpaper on this back, really gives an amazing look. And then the real awesome feature is that we created a steam shower. So this is a steam generator on this, and then all the great features. So we're still waiting on glass doors. I'm going to be putting those in here in about another week or so when they come in. But this steam shower is going to be tremendous. It's also heated flooring. So heated flooring all the way throughout. This is what's going to keep this space really warm in the winter. It's also going to help prevent anything from freezing up here as well. So the heated flooring system is a real important detail here. Got our sink, vanity, and all the top of the line, items were used in here as well. Porcelain tile, epoxy grout, and we got Panasonic vent fans. We got all the top of the line mechanisms. You got your closet here for whatever you need that for. But yeah, huge bathroom. It's basically a 13 by 15 bathroom with the additional space there. And we do have a heating and cooling system here. This is off of a heat pump. This is the Mr. Cool heat and cooling. So you do have air conditioning here up as well. And I should mention, we did spray foam insulation on this entire garage roof as well. So everything's insulated from the garage above. A concrete pad that comes off the back here. So this is for, like I was using it for other storage stuff as well. But honestly, you could put a boat back here. You could put an RV back here. There's just so much ability to store things nicely. But that's the Mr. Cool heat pump for here. And then the indoor-outdoor space out here, or the outdoor space out here, was always something that we enjoyed. So when I dug this out, I wasn't initially knowing that we were going to have to dig this far down to make this garage level. And so, basically had a 3.5 foot tall wall that we basically poured concrete and then we did a stone finish on it. But really great at night. We've got 2 ceiling fans here. There's actually lighting all in this stone. And it's a great place for a fireplace. We used to have a hot tub here that was really awesome. But great outdoor space. Being covered is really important on those rainy days. And yeah, we have to take a look at the property as well. I mean, it's 1 acre, pretty open. So this really is a gem of a place. Not only are you in the great school district of Avonworth, but you're really close to Pittsburgh. Easy to get all to any Pirate game, whatever it is. It's 15 minutes away. It really is close to town, close to all the different shopping aspects as well. You got 79, basically 2.5 miles from here, but you don't really hear it all that much, which is great. This is tucked away. We basically have almost 60 or 70 acres on the western side here behind the house. It's not our property, but it's basically wooded area. So you don't have any development behind you. It really is a peaceful environment. And it's something that really has been a tremendous place to live. So, if you're interested and you're seeing this video in a timely manner and it's still up for sale, leave a comment below. I'd be happy to send you more information. But definitely check out all the video links below. I have all the different videos that are associated with this. Most of this, I'd say almost 70% of it, I basically built myself. I literally have thousands of hours into this project. I wish I would have captured everything on film, but when you're in the midst of it, it's kind of tough to get everything. But this is something I'm extremely proud of, and I hope the new homeowners are going to love it as well. And I look forward to showing you our next property that we're going to be renovating there out in Stowe in our next adventures, and that you come along with us, and so I can show you how to go about building bathrooms and the excitement of adventure of other things. So thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next video.